Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Please excuse my voice because I'm getting over a cold. I think it was a cold. And I guess in the midst of like coughing all the time, I just lost my voice pretty much. So I'm on my way to the store because I just need to get out the house because me and Cynthia's been in the house all day. She had a dental appointment today, but I rescheduled it again because, excuse me, she wasn't really feeling too well. Lately it's been some stuff that's been like really bothersome to me. Um, been very bothersome. Like, I guess, I guess it's like, especially with the border and people that's trying to find a better life and they're trying to get a better future for their children. And how like the tear gas and the barbed wires, the guns, and I keep seeing that lady with her child. I know most people would say, well, so what, this is our country and this, that, and the third. But this is God's world. And I understand that there's different rules and regulations. But it makes me wonder, like, where's the passion, the compassion in people? And I'm gonna say something too, like, it's hard for me to, I kind of find it difficult for me to celebrate Christmas when other people have, like, lost everything or have nothing. Like, when I see what's going on over with our borders, I literally have to shut it off. Oh, it looked like somebody having a funeral. Hope this person was saved. And it looked like the person was probably young. But, I don't know. My cousin texted me over something yesterday and was talking about how CEOs are now trying to microchip their employees. And I was like, the Lord is coming. He's coming. And I have to reflect back to, like, what have I done? I mean, I get up, I go to work. I've been missing church. I've been missing Sundays like crazy. Like, what have I done? I don't know. I just, excuse me, y'all. I just pray that when it's my time, that the Lord will find me worthy. This morning I was listening to people who went to hell and preachers that were there, evangelists that was there, and how some of them went there because they were fighting each other. That's the thing, like, when it's your time, do you know if you're going to heaven or hell? See, nobody really want to talk about it. Nobody really wants to look at it either because it's too scary. But it's the truth. It's the truth. Have you Have you showed any compassion? Have you showed any love? Have you prayed for your peers? Have you prayed for those in your family who's not saved? Have you asked God to make you better and to give you grace? I'm guilty of a lot of things. I just don't wanna go to hell. And I don't want my family or friends to go there either. I don't want any of them to go there. So I was listening to this lady's testimony of how the Lord basically, it was crazy. But people don't think that it's real. Some people think that they're so good that God is not going to do this to them. Um, I just don't want to go to hell. But it's like, okay, Lord, I know that lately, especially with some of my videos, I've been very, stern. And that's because I don't want people to think that it's cool for them to go to hell. But some people think, the thing is that some people don't really think that there is an hell. So, I've just been asking God, to renew my mind, my heart. And if there's anything I need to work on, because I know it's a lot of things I need to work on. But every time I feel like we got more time, or, let me just focus on getting my house, it's like all of a sudden you see something else pop up. Micro tripping. Or there's, people that are at the border, and it's like it's too many of us to not help the next person. I don't understand. It's too many of us not to help our brothers and sisters in need. It's just like when I was looking at this thing when they had this huge food fighting contest. But on the other side of the globe, there are people that's starving, that need food. The greediness of men and women. It was another thing, too, that was kind of a shock to me, was that, the lady was saying that there are children in hell. A lot of our children have been exposed too soon. And what I mean by that is like on this internet, this YouTube, the things that pop up in front of them. Like, we gotta pray for our children. I don't know. It's just a realization, like, they would talk about pastors in hell because they were showing favoritism. Or pastors in hell because they refused to really preach the gospel. They was only telling people what they wanted to hear, but not what God wanted them to hear. It's just like those who tell people that it's okay to commit adultery. At first, this whole adultery thing, it started off because of my own hurt and my own pain. of being put away. But then I realized God showed me that this thing is so real, and it's like a second nature unto man, that some really do not believe that they won't inherit the kingdom of God. They really don't believe that. And then there are those who, they don't really acknowledge God. Like, they live their life like so gully, going to concert after concert, just in their own world, not caring about excuse me, anybody or themselves, not even recognizing God. And I see people like that. They look like the type of people, they have no care in the world. They go on vacations, they listen to music, they just want to think a positive thought, never thinking out one thing about the Lord. But they have no idea that you act like he don't exist, he will act like you don't exist when that time comes. And what about the fornicators? The ones that are shacked up with their boyfriends and their girlfriends, and they need to drink in order for them to be loose. Living every single day in fornicating, and they think that it's just the nature of humans. They don't think they're going to hell either. I mean, after seeing that, I said to myself, I gotta pray for my family. I gotta pray for my family. And, she also gave a testimony while she was in hell. She talked about people who were in church and they were in bands playing rock and roll. They really couldn't hear God, couldn't give their heart and soul to God because they listening to metal and rock music in church. That's what's going on today. The praise and worship band have guitars, and it used to be one point in time when everybody sung a hymn or a choir, and everybody sung. Now they turned it into a show. Turned it into an entire show. I don't know. The reason why I listen to testimonies of people who've gone to hell is because, you know how you gotta brush yourself up on the word and realize that these things are real. And don't ever sleep. Don't ever sleep in thinking that it's not. Because once the devil have you thinking like, oh, hell isn't real, your sin is forgiven, that's when he catch you. It's that one moment, in the blink of an eye. You'll be here today, right now, in the flesh, and the next thing you know, you're dead. You're dead. There is nothing in this world that is worth anyone going to hell. There's pastors after pastors, regular folk after regular folk who've had testimony after testimony of going to hell. So many warning signs are out here. But it's too many people that refuse to accept it. I know people right now that's fornicating. I know people right now that's committing adultery, have the spirit of drunkenness, that don't believe in God. They believe in doing good deeds, but they don't believe in God. I know people right now that have hurt people and never repented, never asked for forgiveness. I don't want to go to hell. I don't want to go to hell. And I don't ever want to feel like I'm so sure. Because God will search you out. Anyway, like I said, I found it so hard this year to celebrate Christmas. You know why? Because it's like every commercial I see, they got a bow on a brand new car, a bow on a brand new computer. Oh, buy them this for Christmas. Happy Spirit holidays. I'm like, have we not forgot what Christmas is all about? It's celebrating the birth of Christ. Celebrating that we all have a life. We all can live a life of abundance. Not just here, but after. But we turn this into, what you gonna get me for Christmas? How much you gonna spend for Christmas? Oh, I want a diamond. I want this. I want that. I gotta get this. I gotta get that. What's the point? What's the point? And excuse my expression, some of these kids are so bratty out here. So bratty. That they expect everything on Christmas. Even grown-ups. But I'm like, it's kind of hard for me to celebrate it when I have a sister with a child, a brother in Christ, at the border, trying to get a taste of freedom. And who am I to say I'm better than you? You don't deserve to be here. Like as if I created this land, right? Oh, it's easy for me to bake a turkey, go shopping, right? Spend all the money I can, and I'm supposed to not pay attention to her that's not eating at night. It's selfish. It's so selfish. You literally gotta turn off your TV, turn off, skip the channel, cause it hurt too bad for you to see it. You gotta ignore it and go along with your life. Why look at her struggling with 2 kids, trying to get freedom? Oh, you think you are a proud people. You deserve way more than them. So we talk down to our brothers and our sisters. But not one time as Christians do you sit and pray for them. Pray for their safety. Ask God to have mercy. It's selfish. Everybody like to talk, but did anybody pray? Did anybody pray? Do you know that God is with the widow? He's with the alien. He's with the foreigner. Did you know that? Especially those who believe in Jesus. But we think everything's due to us. I don't know about y'all, but it's really hard for me to celebrate. I'm like, for real, Lord, I want to do something. So I'll pray. I'll pray. I'll pray. God searches out our hearts. It don't matter if you white or black or Spanish or whatever you are. He searches your heart to see if there's any prejudice bone in you. You can't take none of this stuff with you. None of it. It's hurtful. I mean, I know everybody else just like, so what? That's not us. You just can't come over here. You can't do nothing. But did you know that like 300,000 people are dying, getting shot up and killed? Bodies are missing. Oh, they didn't tell you that. I would run too with my children. I would. God is going to search you out to see what type of person are you. In heaven, he don't care if you are black or white. He created you. He's going to search you out. Your mind frame, the way you think. So I don't know. I may not be celebrating Christmas this year. I don't know. I know I went out and got a tree, but I'm like, it's hard, especially when you see what's going on. It's selfish. It's like you see California get burnt to the ground, right? Parts of California. You see what's going on at our borders. People are hold on. You know, I need to just get it together. Maybe I'm just no. You got people sneaking on boats with their children, lost out to sea trying to get freedom. trying to get a better way, a better life for their children. It's wrong. What's wrong? You say, Mona, there's certain ways that we have to do things. I get it. I understand that. I know that. I know that. But this is my thing. How many babies have been aborted in the United States of America? How many babies are missing because of the selfishness? If America does not extend her hand for liberty, this country is going to fall apart.